You know that feeling when you realize that you've missed something big?
At News 12, we're on your side from the latest news happening now.
To the first alert, keeping you prepared. No other team has you covered like we do. From breaking news to the moments that make a difference, we bring it all straight to you.
Don't be the last to know.
Instead, stay ahead for anything that comes your way.
Your news, your weather.
Your team
every night.
WRDW Evening News, on your side so you stay ahead. Trust meteorologist Chris Still for your first alert. Trust meteorologist Chris Still for your first alert. Live from Augusta, you're watching News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Good evening, I'm Hallie Turner. Severe thunderstorms made their way through our area this morning. Now, I know I didn't sleep through it, and this is why we urge you to stay weather aware. Make sure you have our First Alert weather app. You can find that in your app store. So we're going to send things over now to your First Alert meteorologist, Emily Acton. And Em, the rain is gone for now, but we could see some more this week, right?
Yeah, definitely so. We are tracking another chance of rain come Wednesday, but good news is this evening we are rain-free. Conditions are calming down a little bit, but it's still pretty windy outside. We are seeing those wind gusts anywhere from 20 to 25 miles per hour at times, and earlier today that even exceeded into that 30 mile per hour wind gust. But again, as that line moved through, we were definitely tracking some very strong storms that moved through our area. Again, winds right now coming from the west northwest at about 17 miles per hour. But check out the temperature gradient across the southeast. Much cooler in Atlanta at 44, and our 59 here in Augusta and Columbia is a lot warmer than that 44, but that air is going to be moving into the CSRA overnight tonight. We can expect to see those temperatures drop off into those low 30s. I think we'll be right around or just below freezing, but good news is, again, we're not tracking any more rainfall, maybe a little bit of cloud cover out there this evening, but otherwise really good conditions. But we are tracking that rain for Wednesday, Hallie, and I'll tell you more about it coming up.
New at 6 o'clock, Aiken County deputies confirm one is dead after a house fire. Now, details are limited at this time, but we do have a crew on scene working to learn more information. The cause of the fire is under investigation. And we now know the name of the suspect wanted in last night's deadly shooting on Cooney Circle, and Richmond County deputies need your help in finding him. This is 16-year-old Lucas Bradley, and he's wanted on murder and gun possession. Deputies say he's known to frequent Jennings Place apartments and Wooten Road. He is considered armed and dangerous, and anyone with any information on Bradley's whereabouts can call the Richmond County Sheriff's Office and remain anonymous. And this was the scene last night after a deadly shooting killed 32-year-old James Wise. Deputies say when they arrived on scene, they found Wise inside of a home where he was shot in the neck. An autopsy is scheduled, and his death makes the 7th murder in Augusta this year. And at least one person died in Atlanta from last night's powerful overnight storms. Fire officials say a tree fell onto the home in the Grove Park neighborhood. One man near the home recalls the exact moments when he heard that tree fall.
It was crunch. It was like eggs cracking when you step on some eggs. And luckily it didn't kill my wife or my nephew.
And the power is still out for more than 160,000 Georgia Power customers, a majority of them in Harris and Troup County near the Alabama border. And we're taking a look at the most updated map. There are still a handful of people in Columbia County without power, but Georgia Power leaders say they are working around the clock to restore it. And the death toll from these powerful storms continues to climb. At least 9 people have died across the eastern part of the United States. Between 3 and 5 inches of rain have fallen across Ohio and Tennessee's valleys, flooding streets and forcing evacuations. Tens of thousands remain without power across several states, and again, even some right here in our area. Reed Binion has the latest.
A powerful and deadly storm hammered the eastern United States this weekend, with as much as 6 inches of rain in some areas, flooding homes, businesses, and roads, especially in Kentucky, where at least 8 people were killed in storm-related incidents.
So many of these fatalities were due to attempts to drive through water and through moving water. So folks, stay off the roads right now and stay alive.
First responders carried out more than 1,000 water rescues since Saturday, including a nursing home just across the border in Tennessee that was forced to evacuate due to rising waters.
Everybody's taken care of. They have the meds they need, the oxygen, the beds, the warmth. They don't have to worry about food and being scared. They're in a safe place.
Multiple tornado warnings went out across Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee late Saturday. The mayor of Tuscumbia, Alabama, says one of the city's middle schools lost their roof.
We have a lot of damage downtown. You can see behind me, the roofs are blown off. Most of our buildings downtown. We lost one of our middle school, R.A. Thompson. The roof blew off a bit.
The storm toppled trees in Georgia. One man says a large tree narrowly missed his home.
It was like eggs cracking when you step on some eggs. And luckily it didn't kill my wife or my nephew.
Tens of thousands of people across the region are still without power, and states of emergency have been declared in at least 3 states. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
And a 37-year-old mother and her 2-year-old daughter died from their injuries.
Well, we have a cold evening in store for us. Windy conditions expected for the rest of your evening. So if you have any outdoor plans, make sure you're taking that into consideration. But I'll have a check on your full forecast, and it's a cold one coming up.
The Wilson family are.
Well, we're taking a live look at the Georgia-South Carolina state line this evening. And Emily, look, you can even see the cameras already bouncing around. That wind is on the way.
Oh, yeah. Well, Hallie, it's already
here. Excuse me. Sorry.
Hey, you're good. You're good. Hey, I'll tell you
on the way here. Same thing, right?
No, but hey, it's okay. It was very windy this morning. That line of showers and thunderstorms passed through, and it's just left a windy afternoon for us, and evening as well. Sun getting close to setting now. Temperatures pretty comfortable in the upper 50s, but those winds coming from the west-northwest at about 17 miles per hour right now. So again, it is very breezy outdoors. It's going to stay breezy for the rest of our evening and even into the overnight hours, but colder air is going to be moving in. Check out Atlanta, 44 right now. That is much cooler than our 59. So it's about a 15-degree difference there. And again, that cooler air is going to be moving in, but it's pretty windy all across the CSRA right now. We had wind gusts pretty high over the past 24 hours. And again, this probably came when that line moved through, but we saw wind gusts close to 40, 45 mile per hour earlier this morning. But good news is that rain is out of here. We are dry. Really not seeing a whole lot of cloud cover, but as we go throughout the evening, those temperatures are going to drop for us. Here's tomorrow morning, so make sure that you're prepared. We're going to start off the day freezing, so it is going to be very cold for the start of your Monday. Not warming up too much by the afternoon. I think we'll be in those middle 50s. So I think we'll be a little bit warmer than what this map is showing. Plenty of sunshine, so that's some good news, but we are experiencing very cold mornings. Winter is not over just yet. Tuesday afternoon, I think we'll be in those upper 50s, low 60s for us. But like I said, it is still pretty windy out there. It's going to be breezy throughout the overnight hours. Once we get into the start of the day tomorrow, those wind gusts will start to drop off. And so that's definitely some good news because, again, we're experiencing right around that freezing mark for those overnight lows. So you really don't want to have a wind factor in that either. But here's what we're seeing Tuesday, partly cloudy sky conditions, and then rain is in the forecast for your Wednesday. We're expected to see a wide coverage of showers that are going to move through. Not expecting any thunderstorms or any severe weather, so that's some good news there. But big cool down for your Thursday, Friday, and we'll see those overnight lows in the lower 20s, or middle 20s, I guess I could say, for your Friday, upper 20s Saturday. But we'll see partly cloudy sky conditions for your weekend, next weekend. But Hallie, I've been saying this for the past couple of days. Winter is still here, and we've got about at least another week of these below average
I'm
temperatures.
still disappointed.
Yeah.
Thanks, Emily. The U.S. Agriculture Department has given a conditional license to the company to produce a bird flu vaccine for chickens. Company spokesman for the vaccine maker, Zoetis, says the company previously developed vaccines for bird flu in California. Leaders say other countries already vaccinate their birds against the virus, but the United States has tried to eradicate it instead. The Ag Department says more than 150 million birds have been euthanized due to the infection since the latest outbreak in 2000. This was back since 2022. All of this leading to higher prices for eggs and a shortage around the country. And a woman has dropped And not a good day for DoorDash. Uber is suing DoorDash over its delivery practices. In the complaint, Uber claims, quote, DoorDash devised and engages in unlawful schemes to stifle competition with Uber Eats. Uber says and believes DoorDash leverages restaurants' dependence on its app by forcing them to only work with DoorDash and not Uber Eats. DoorDash says the claims are unfounded and, quote, based on Uber's inability to offer a quality alternative. Friends and family gathered for the memorial of a Georgia pilot killed in the D.C. plane crash last month. We'll hear how they honored him after the break.
Introducing the First Alert Radar Network.
With up to 10 times the resolution of other local radars and technology that can pinpoint right down to your street.
First just got faster.
It's the coldest time of year in the CSRA. To stay up to date on anything winter weather to severe weather, download our First Alert weather app to get the most accurate forecast in our area.
Family, friends, and fellow pilots gathered in Savannah for a memorial service to remember the life of one of the American airline pilots killed in the mid-air collision near Reagan National Airport last month. The ceremony took place at Georgia Southern University's Fine Arts Auditorium. Karen Nuvax has more.
Reflecting and honoring a life gone too soon was the environment as Sam Lilly was laid to rest on Saturday.
Sam was a man you could depend on, reliable, and always sought to help others. He always found ways to lift us up, finding words of encouragement for anyone in need.
Aviation workers, family, friends, and elected officials gathered to support the Lilly family, recapping Samuel's impact.
The Richmond Hill community has come together to mourn and honor his life, a testament to the impact he had on so many. We extend our deepest condolences to his family, to his fiancée, and to his loved ones. May they find comfort in the lasting memories of his life and his legacy.
Lilly's tragic passing over the Potomac River is now a reason many are pushing for safer air travel.
Sam, you and everyone here today have my commitment that when the NTSB finalizes this investigation and makes their recommendation, ALPA will put our full force to ensure those recommendations are implemented to prevent another tragedy like this from happening again.
The family of Sam Lilly is asking the community to donate to Renegade Paws Rescue instead of giving them flowers.
And during the memorial service, many describe him as a champion of faith, a great person, but they also shared they were so proud to see him achieve his goal of working in the aviation field. And the FDA is recalling nearly 2.5 million cases of Made Good brand granola bars. Riverside National Foods says the products could be contaminated with metal from a brush. The FDA says the product could cause health issues, and Made Good says it will refund the products. And the Malden Police Department in South Carolina took the polar plunge, benefiting the Special Olympics in South Carolina. The goal was to raise $5,000, but they met that and more and raised $12,000. Proceeds will go towards providing year-round sports, training, and competitions for the athletes.
It was $5,000, and I think the last time I heard it was about $12,000 that we raised. So we've had a lot of very generous donors here today. Very grateful for it. We've been partnering with them for a few years now. It was definitely exceeded our expectations, and definitely we're very enthusiastic that we got the donations that we did so we can help sponsor these athletes.
This was the first time the event was hosted by the police department. And you may remember a Greenbrier middle schooler going viral for her athletic ability. Coming up in sports, Joseph Doring tells you more about her story.
Hey, TFM.
901-235-0505. That's 901-235-0505.
The most awarded newscast in the Southeast is on your side 1 hour earlier, with more ways to be there for you.
Anytime you need us with the latest news.
Never miss a First Alert.
And all of your favorite sports.
Getting you caught up with all the headlines from today and everything you need for a head start tomorrow.
WRDW News 12 is now at 10 p.m. on My 12. On air, online, on your side. On your sideline.
When most of us were in middle school, we had dreams of playing sports at a very high level. As you can see, that didn't work out so great for me, but for one 7th grader at Greenbrier, that dream is starting to take shape thanks to a viral video. Now, we showed you this clip back in January of Caroline McCollum making a full court shot using a football. While that clip made her a viral sensation, that's just the beginning of her athletic talent. On top of playing quarterback for the East Georgia Blitz flag football team, she also plays basketball and softball for Greenbrier Middle. With just over a year and a half left in her middle school career, Caroline says she's ready to follow in the footsteps of the PAC's top-ranked high school flag football program.
I've always thought that since they won 2 back-to-back state titles, I was like, maybe one day I'll be up there. And all the coaches talk to me all the time, like, you're going to get a trophy one day. I think practicing with the other older girls that are going to be leaving and coming up, I think that would be a great time for me to be better and get better, because you can only be better with the best.
Those screams you heard after every highlight was Caroline's mom, Lisa, and I'd be screaming like that too if my kid was making plays like she does. We're going to have more on Caroline's story, all new on News 12 at 11 o'clock. Now, high school basketball playoffs start this week across the 2-state. Last night we showed you the matchups in South Carolina. Here's what we got on tap in Georgia. We've got 5 local teams inside the 2A bracket. Butler got through all of them and is coming in hot off of a region championship title. Cross Creek didn't capture the region, but they don't care. It's all gas, no breaks from here on out for the Razorbacks. Lakeside found their groove late in the season and captured a region title. They're going to look to extend that run further into the postseason. In the girls bracket, once again, 2A Region 4 is going to be very well represented, so much that we're going to get a 3rd edition of Butler versus Laney. And rounding out the matchups, Chabria Tate helped Evans capture the school's first winning season since 2013. The Knights are going to look to make even more history with a state title run later in the postseason. Sticking with hoops, we had a top 10 showdown in Columbia Sunday. Number 4 South Carolina hosting number 7 UConn. You know those games where you're just waiting around, waiting for something to happen? That was exactly what happened in Colonial Life Arena. The Gamecocks got out to a very slow start, trailing by 7 after the first. Then the blowout was underway. The Huskies went 13 of 28 from downtown compared to just 3 of 17 for the Gamecocks. UConn destroys South Carolina 87-58, snapping the 4th longest home winning streak in NCAA history at 71. This is also the first time since the 2020-21 season that Dawn Staley's program has lost more than 2 games.
A loss like this is about toughness. A loss like this isn't about anything besides getting our players to just keeping the main thing the main thing. Obviously, when you lose like this, there's something else is going on that isn't just about basketball. So we got to figure that out and get back on it.
While basketball winds down, high school baseball is back in action. Starting Monday night, the SRP Park Showcase returns to highlight our local teams on the big stage. Evans is going to face Augusta Christian to kick things off in Game 1. Gates open at 5 p.m. and first pitch is slated for 6 o'clock. Lakeside and Grovetown will play there on Wednesday night.
All right, well, take a look at this. A pair of excited dogs enjoyed fresh snow in Toronto as winter weather swept southern Ontario on, well, actually today. This was from today. So we can see the 2 delighted puppies dashing through the snow as it fell. And officials say that snowfall was up to 10 inches today? So that's crazy. But look how cute that is, Em.
I love it. I love seeing puppies play in the snow. One of them you can barely see with the snow there, but
chasing each other, look.
Yes, that is so sweet.
It almost looks like me during my snow coverage in Aiken County.
Yeah, exactly. That's very true. But hey, we're not going to see any snow here anytime soon. We're going to see some windy conditions, though, this evening. Here's a current look at wind speeds. This is sustained around 15 to 20 miles per hour, really all across the CSRA. So it is breezy this evening, expecting to stay breezy until
we get into the early morning hours tomorrow. So that's some good news, especially with those lows being right around freezing. You don't want to have strong wind gusts when temperatures are at 32, and that's what we can expect to see tomorrow morning. Sunny sky conditions, though, for the week. Rain chances come back into play Wednesday.
Hi, I'm Tim Strong, and I'm inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me in Iceland to see the Northern Lights, October 18th through the 24th. Discover Iceland's best-known national treasures, including the world-famous Blue Lagoon. We'll marvel at geothermal wonders, majestic waterfalls, and search the night sky for magical auroras. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword Augusta, for more information, to watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword Augusta, for more information.
Serious truck crash?